Golf Pro Drive-In. A beautiful Friday. We've had a stretch of warm weather. It's been the 80s like the last 3 or 4 days. Golly, I love it. I love it. Bring me the heat. The heat is good. Baseball's back in action. I'm a Cubs fan. Go Cubs this year. They're 3-3. They're not exactly lighting the world on fire, but it's early. Central's probably going to be pretty stout this year. Anyway, let's talk about golf. Let's talk about how to be better at golf. Especially right now as everybody's kind of getting back in the swing of things. Golf courses are opening up north, or have just recently opened up. So anyway, it's a good time to get out and start practicing and playing and getting your game in shape. And I was putting my son to bed last night, and he was super frustrated. My son's soon to be 9 years old, and he was trying to draw a picture. He likes to draw. He doodles. He's pretty good. He draws some interesting pictures. Far more drawing ability than I had at the age of 8. I mean, he can draw some pretty neat stuff, but he'll go online and he'll watch people draw things, and then he'll try to duplicate that and, draw it himself. And he does a really good job. I mean, he's drawing all kinds of cool things that I've liked. But anyway, he got really frustrated last night with his drawings. Like, I just don't draw very well. Now, I just told you he's 9 years old. I was like, well, son, my typical self, I probably could have said it a little bit differently, but I'm like, son, you're 9 years old. You're really not good at anything yet. And he's not. He's everything he's doing right now, he is experiencing for the very first time. He just recently played basketball. He's going to be about his second or third year of soccer. He's played t-ball. Like, he's dabbled in a little bit of everything, but he hasn't stuck with anything quite like probably soccer. And he's a pretty decent little soccer player. He's fast. Anyway, all that in saying that he was frustrated, and I was trying to say, you need to give yourself some grace. Show yourself some grace. You have no experience. Now, any parent out there who's listening to this, especially a father speaking to their son, we all know that our kids have this ability to not want to listen to their parents, and especially a son to their dad. And especially after their dad tells their son, hey, son, I've been doing this for 40 years, and I got a lot of experience that tells me this happens and that happens. They don't want to hear that. Especially a 9-year-old going on 18. But anyway, I started thinking about, I was like, how can I illustrate this to him? That his skills will improve the more time he spends drawing, the more time he spends experimenting with it and researching it and all those different things. And I started thinking about sharpening a pencil. And so here's your message for today for the Golf Pro Drive-In in terms of how you practice. It's very much like sharpening that pencil. So let's say you've been playing golf for a little while, just like you've been writing with a pencil. It gets dull after a little bit if we're not giving it the attention that it needs. So we're writing with it, we've been writing with it, or maybe we've been playing golf, we've been playing a lot of rounds, but not spending any time practicing, sharpening our skills, basically. So you've been playing and you start to find that maybe you plateau a little bit. Your scores are decent, but they kind of level off. They're not really getting any better. The handicap's not coming down, whatever. It's time to start putting in a little more focused effort in some different areas. So that's the pencil. We're writing with it. It gets dull. What do? We get it. We put it in the pencil sharpener. Now, I don't know about you all now. You just probably put it into something and twist it, or you have the electric powered ones. Back in the old days of school for me, You'd stick it in the thing and then you'd twist the knob. Well, what do? You stick the pencil in the pencil sharpener, leave it in there for a little bit, and then you yank the pencil out, and the first thing you do is you look at that pencil to see if it's sharp or not. And if you're using the old reel, or if you're sticking it in something and having to twist the pencil yourself, you'll find out that sometimes you got to do it a couple of times, sticking it back in there, taking it out, checking it to make sure that it's sharp enough. And eventually, after doing that for a couple of a minute or so, or a couple of different tries or whatever, you pull it out and that thing is just as sharp as it can be, and it's ready to go. Golf, or any sport for this matter, practice, very, very similar. Like I said, you go out, you playing golf, you see your scores really aren't coming down, you're kind of shooting consistently the same score time and time again, but you'd like to see it come off a few extra points or a few extra shots. Well, the first thing I'd tell you is you better have a way of tracking it, or better have a way of tracking your round, whether you're just keeping, putts per round, putts per green in regulation, how many fairways I hit, how many greens I hit in regulation, how many times did I get up and down whenever I missed a green in regulation, how many penalty balls I have, stuff like that. You can keep basic stats like that, and it'll give you very simplistic, basic abilities to see gains, but it's not telling a full story. But you can use that and say, you know what, I three putt twice a round, which for most amateur golfers, that's going to be the case plus another 2. Okay, well, I've been shooting right around 80, and I'm trying to get into the 70s. I haven't broken 80 yet, and I'm so close, but I have 2 to 3 putts per round. Well, I'm going to tackle that first. That's turning that 80 into a 77 if you don't change your ball striking at all. And so here's the sharpening point. You see that the pencil's dull. You see that your scores are stagnant. They're always right about 80. You're trying to break 79, but you look at your statistics, or you think about, holy cow, I'm 3-putting 2 or 3 times around. If I could just eliminate those 3 putts, there you go. I'm breaking 80 for the first time. And you'd be right. So what do I got to do? Well, I need to work on my speed and distance control with my putting. Go hit putts from 30, 40, and 50 feet and try to lag those things up there inside of a 3 or 4 foot circle. I got some games for that. I can send them your way if you're curious. Go and work on your pace from 20 to 30 feet. Make sure that you're always getting that ball to finish within 10% of the distance of the putt that you have. Okay, so a 20-footer, you want it to finish within 2 feet. Things like that. Go work on that. Give that an honest effort. Really pursue that for like the next couple of weeks. And then you're going to notice that you can go out and play around a golf, and not only do you break 80, you probably shoot like 75, because your practice in that area to sharpen that skill is not only helping with your speed and distance control, it's also making you more effective on short putts, and maybe you make an extra short putt per round. That is the equivalent of you going out practicing, okay? You realize that there's something going on there that you could lower your score, so that's the dull pencil. You go and you practice it. That's you putting the pencil into the sharpener, turning the wheel, pulling the pencil out, checking it. Yep, it's sharp. All right, now let's go test it. Let's put the game to the test. Let's put the practice to the test and see if this is panned out. And I promise you, if you're practicing smart, practicing the right way, putting in the time and the effort, you're going to see gains off of it. So that's my sharpening the pencil. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Just keep giving it effort, keep trying to do things that's going to make you better each day, whether it's drawing on a piece of paper and trying to draw a nice picture or something else. With practice, with perfect practice, you will start to see results. I guarantee it. All right, y'all have a great week, great weekend. Get out there, play, and practice some golf. We'll see you next time on the Golf Pro Drive-In.
It's a Golf Pro Drive-In.